It's that time again when I say good morning to you, Grenada, Carrier, Cupidi, Martinique, the rest of the Eastern Caribbean, the rest of the world. Welcome to Good Morning Grenada for today. It's Monday, the 13th day of April, 2026. Of course, I'm Gordon Joseph. So happy to be with you. So happy that I am on the wake-up list this morning. And if you are hearing me, it means you are too. So, yeah, let's say thanks. Thanks together. Yeah, thanks. It's Monday. Yeah, that's what it is today. A good day to have a good day in a good way. Now let's do the prayer on this marvelous Monday. We come before you with hearts full of hope and expectation. Thank you for the gift of a new week, for fresh beginnings, and for the strength to face each day with courage. You are our guide, our refuge, and our sustainer. Thank you for watching over us through the night and for blessing us with another sunrise. Lord, direct our steps, order our thoughts, and keep our hearts steadfast in your truth. When challenges arise, remind us that you are greater. When we are weary, lift us up with your mighty hand. Thank you for the doors you open that no one can shut, and for closing the ones that are not meant for us. May you continue to heal us, deliver us, and keep us covered under the precious blood of Jesus. In his name we pray. Amen, amen, and amen. And good morning, Ashley Hines. Hines, good morning to you, bro. Good morning, happy Monday. May your heart be light, your mind be clear, and your spirit be filled with peace. Walk in the confidence that God has already gone before you, preparing the way and covering you in his grace. This is the day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. That's coming from Psalms 118 and verse 24. Good morning, Grenada. How are you doing this morning? Hope, I just want you to know that no matter what you're going through, you are more, so much more than a conqueror. 27 minutes on to 7 o'clock. How was your weekend? I hope you had a great weekend. Restful, productive. Just a good weekend. Did you get to go to church? Whether it's Saturday or Sunday. Hey folks, don't forget Maggie King of the Grill comes up on Saturday the 30th of May. Lord Jesus. At the Mon Rouge playing field. We look forward to that with bated breath, high anticipation. The grillers are ready. Are you? Are you ready? Good morning to the management and staff of the GBN, each and every one of you. Good morning. Hope you had a great weekend and you're ready. Let's lead from the front, as always. Pastor Stanford Simon, good morning. How are you doing, Papi? Hope all is well, right? Pastor Beckford, good morning. I'm yet to meet you. Pastor Stanford Simon promised to bring you in so we can chat, you know what I'm saying? Because the St. George's Baptist Church is an integral part of, of us. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why. So I want to know who is that Jamaican guy. I love the Jamaican accent, really. 25 minutes on to 7 o'clock. The word of the day today, that word is prioritize. Prioritize. It sounds like a big word, right? It is spelled P-R-I-O-R-I-T-I-S-E. P-R-I-O-R-I-T-I-S-E. Prioritize. Simply means to treat with as most important, right? It's at top of your list. Treat with urgency. Treat as most important. You prioritize it. So what trials come my way? Here's how we can use that word in a sentence. Health and safety are prioritized. Your armor and stand in my kingly character. Yeah, good morning to all you wonderful people. Yulin Alexander is with us. And who else is with us this morning? I know Mildred is locked in. Lauren Salim, gratitude is a must, always. Yoland Swan is with us. Sylvina Charles. Veronica Sandy. Who else is here? Monica Miros Williams, Jillian McIntyre, Gracelyn Buckmeyer, Michelle Bernard. Right. Oh, Sylvina Charles, good morning. Althea Edwards says a blessed and exciting day, Mr. Innocent, and all the people listening and viewing. Hope you all are doing fine. I hope you all had a great weekend. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Veronica Sandy, how are you doing, Veronica? Hope all is well. Petlin, good morning to you. Good morning to you. Jennifer Colimo, Jennifer Lawrence, good morning. Good morning. Erlin out there in the U.S. My brethren Balloon out there in England, good morning to you. Hope all is well. Hope you and the family are doing fine. Well, the motivational tip of the day is up next. Yeah.
That's who I am in you. In you, oh Lord. Somebody say more than a conqueror. That's who I am in you, Lord Jesus.
Become what we think about. We become what we think about.
That's who I am in you, Lord.
Yeah, so, you know, we become what we think about. What do you think about today? That is what you will become. You know, it all depends on you, really and truly. Life and death, remember that, it lies in the power of the tongue. And some people, you know, use the tongue inappropriately, you understand? You know, use your tongue to bless, not to curse, you know what I'm saying? Remember, parents especially, parents and guardians, grandparents, I speak to you this morning. I know you love your grandchildren so much, but sometimes because of the era in which you were brought up, you yourself were brought up, you know, you were not brought up in this loving, love-up kind of environment. You know, you grew up in a house with daddy either out in the garden working and mommy home cleaning and mending and so forth. But the expression of love and positivity wasn't always something that was in the home. So you, in turn, you can give what you don't have, but try and change that, you know. Sometimes you say things, you pronounce things on your children and grandchildren that you really don't mean. But then when you let the words out, you know, you can't take them back. Yeah, I know what I'm talking about. My grandmother always said good things, sometimes not so good things too, you know. But again, you know, I'll give you a little leeway because you can't give what you didn't have. Time has changed. Circumstances have changed. We are more educated. We are more up to date and so forth. We understand a whole lot of things more. So as parents now, it's important that you pronounce and say the right things to your children. Speak it into them. Speak their future into being. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. How can you lose when you do that? You can't. It's 21 minutes on to 7 o'clock. We become what we think about, what we say. I am going to be happy, I'm going to be healthy, I'm going to be wealthy, I'm going to be strong. Because he's on my side. Lovey, good morning to you. How are you doing? I hope the home circle, my girl, is doing well. I hope so. Good morning, good morning. I met Miss McMeo sometime on Friday. I just was walking through the streets of St. George, and this lady was like, "You're the gentleman on the radio, right?" I said, "Well, on the TV." Yeah. She says, "I look at you every morning from Tobago." When she said McMeo, I thought it was the McMeos up in Mount Agnes area. She said, "No, I'm from Tobago. I look at you every morning, but I'm here for the weekend." Good morning to you, my dearie. Tanti Joy, good morning. From Dabo, is Dabo a frequente? Dabo, yeah, Dabo, I think. Yeah. Good morning, good morning, good morning. God manifest in your heart. The McMeos out there in Mount Agnes, good morning. Esther and your son, the folks out there in Pomerose. Eggies and Chief and the guys, good morning. It's 20 minutes on to 7 o'clock. Let's see what's buzzing this morning. Grenada receives an aerial ladder truck to boost fire response. FIU, that's the Financial Intelligence Unit, well, it warns of tech scams targeting bank customers. In the region, TNT skips CARICOM talks amid Secretary General reappointment dispute. Internationally, U.S. announces Iran port blockade as tensions rise. And in sports, Windwards take control as Grenadian Ned makes his debut. Yeah, Windwards against the Guyana Harpy Eagles. They give a sort of insurmountable total there. On the first day, well, Guyana is going in. They were in Tajnor and Shandapal, and what's the other guy's name? They at the end of play yesterday were 2 without loss. But they've got a total of 288 or 86 thereabout. Oswald Pele Dabo, good morning to you, my brother. How are you doing? Hope all is well. Delise Romaine, good morning, friend. How are you? Hope you're doing fine. Hope you had a great weekend. I hope you're enjoying the spice. Yep. And those of you online in the diaspora, wherever you are, good morning, Sharian Nichols. Rita Williams, Joylyn Barry, Mary E. Banks. Good morning. Sharian, how are you doing, girl? All is well? My brother Innes the Genius McDonald, how are you doing? Well, somebody is celebrating, a couple is celebrating wedding anniversary today. I'm going to play them a special song later in the day. But Kurt and Nola Devonish. Yeah, well, you've got a wedding anniversary. Happy anniversary to you. I think it's a lot. Greetings coming from the grandchildren, the entire home circle. Enjoy it. Take a blast. Have a day pass in one of the top hotels. Try Six Senses. Enjoy your day, man. Celebrate with fine style. Hey folks, it's 17 minutes on to 7 o'clock. Good morning to all the police officers, all the firemen, all the prison officers. Good morning to Miss Wells. How are you doing? Hope all is well. Miss Maras out there in Salisbury Road. Good morning. Folks, the AM edition of News, Sports, and the Weather, that comes up right after these messages. Don't you go anywhere.
Dreams and lots of plans, lots of ways to own your land. With ACB by your side, lots of ways to own with pride. Lots of chances to make it yours, lots of ways to open doors. Lots of space to build much more, lots of reasons to own your future now. There are lots of reasons to own your future now.
Start building your tomorrow today with a Lots loan from ACB Grenada Bank.
There are lots of reasons to own your future now.
Lots. Land ownership. Tomorrow secured.
Terms and conditions apply.
distributed by Echo Blue Limited. Visit us on the Lansing.
This is the morning edition of news for today, Monday, 13th April 2026. In the headlines, Grenada receives aerial ladder truck to boost fire response. FIU warns of text scams targeting bank customers. In the region, TNT skips CARICOM talks amid Secretary General reappointment dispute. Internationally, U.S. announces Iran port blockade as tensions rise. And in sports, Windwards take control as Grenadian Ned makes his debut. The details of these and more right after these messages.
Served Grenada for decades, we are the #1 and largest electrical supplier.
Hi, welcome to Sunny Electrical. How may I help?
We offer electrical wiring accessories, tools, and appliances for all residential, commercial, and industrial applications, which is what we are known for. And we expanded our products with new innovative ways to modernize your home. New homeowners will be captivated in our lighting showrooms.
Some more pendant lights here. These are very multifunctional because they can work for kitchens, living rooms, bedrooms.
We have a wide selection of lighting, ranging from indoor to outdoor and solar. We are also available for site visit services to assist you with selecting the perfect light for your forever home. We are located at Dusty Highway in Grenada and St. George. Sudden Electrical. Best value, expert advice, quality products. We hope to see you soon.
Get set. Boy, it's coming. It's coming. Classic Lighting and Communal Credit Union Invitational. Ranny James Athletic Stadium, April 25th and the 26th. Come and see strength and pressure, yes. Police taking on busmen in the tug of war of the century. Huggins, sizes up Hubbards. Now what's up pulling down Grand Leg? Pull the pin and bow. Flo going head to head with Digicel in a fighting final. It's a family affair, yes. Giveaways, vibes, and real competition. Don't miss it. April 25th and 26th. Ranny James Athletic Stadium. Be there. Blast on, blast on, blast on, no.
Before the digital age, before the world moved at the speed of a click, there was a signal connecting a nation. In 1986, a journey in broadcasting began in Grenada, a journey that would grow into a trusted voice across the country. For 40 years, through radio and television, we've been there for the stories that shaped our nation, the news that mattered, the voices that informed us, the moments that brought us together. Your stories, your voices, your moments. The Grenada Broadcasting Network, 40 years strong, one nation, one network.
Good morning, everyone. With the news in detail, I am Gordon Joseph. Grenada is set to strengthen its fire response capacity with the donation of a specialized aerial ladder truck from the city of Plainfield in New Jersey. Officials say the truck will enhance the ability of the fire service to respond to complex emergencies, particularly involving high-rise structures and rescue operations. The vehicle was officially handed over earlier this month, with Ambassador Tali Francis and Superintendent Linford Kingston receiving it on behalf of the country. The equipment is expected to arrive in Grenada on May 8th, after which it will be integrated into the National Emergency Response System. The Financial Intelligence Unit, the FIU, is warning of a rise in fraudulent text messages targeting bank customers. The FIU urges the public not to click links or share passwords or codes, reminding that banks will never request account action via text. Officials also warn that involvement in fraudulent transactions, including handling stolen funds, can lead to arrest. Anyone who receives suspicious messages is advised to contact the bank and report the matter to the Financial Intelligence Unit. And finally, on the local front, as part of Child Abuse Awareness Month, the Child Protection Authority, the CPA, is urging parents to keep their children safe online. The CPA is sounding the alarm against grooming, a manipulative process in which a person builds a connection with a child, young person, or vulnerable adult to exploit or abuse them. The CPA is reminding parents that online grooming often begins with kindness, attention, or gifts, making it difficult for children to recognize the danger. For more information on how to protect children online, parents and guardians can access an anonymous checklist and the Caribbean Safety Booklet on the Child Protection Authority's social media pages. That's the local news. Stay with us, the regional and international developments. They are straight ahead. In the region, Trinidad and Tobago has declined to attend CARICOM meetings on the reappointment of Secretary General Carla Barnett as tensions deepen within the regional bloc. Prime Minister Kamla Persad-Bissessar released a letter from Foreign Affairs Minister Sean Sobers stating the country will not participate until documentation on the process is provided. The dispute follows claims that Trinidad and Tobago was disinvited from the key discussions, while CARICOM chairman Dr. Terence Drew maintains the country did not attend scheduled meetings. The issue has exposed growing divisions within CARICOM as member states weigh governance concerns and regional unity. At least 30 people have died in a stampede at the historic Citadel La Frere in Haiti, with fears the toll could rise. Officials say the tragedy occurred during a large gathering at the popular tourist site, where crowds reportedly became trapped at a single entry and exit point. Prime Minister Alex Didier Fields-Amy says emergency services have been mobilized as investigations continue. Looking further afield, the United States says it will begin a blockade of Iranian ports from Monday, escalating tensions with Iran. President Donald Trump says U.S. forces will block ships linked to Iran, though vessels transiting the Strait of Hormuz to other destinations will not be stopped. Iran has warned it will respond strongly to any military presence near its waters as disagreements continue over stalled nuclear talks. The rising tensions have already pushed global oil prices above $100 a barrel. And finally, Hungarian Prime Minister Viktor Orbán has been voted out of office after 16 years in power following a decisive election win by opposition leader Peter Magyar. Preliminary results show Magyar's TISA party securing a strong parliamentary majority, ending Orbán's long-standing rule. Magyar told reporters and supporters they had overthrown the regime, promising reforms to tackle corruption and restore democratic institutions. The election saw a record voter turnout, marking a major political shift in Hungary. And that's the regional and international news. Stay with us. The sporting highlights, they are straight ahead. Well, good morning, sporting fans. The Windward Islands Volcanoes hold a strong position against the Guyana Harpy Eagles, leading by 284 runs at the end of day one in Antigua. The Volcanoes were bowled out for 286, led by a solid 95 from Akeem August, with support from Ryan John, Darren Ned, and Kavem Hodge. West Indies spinner Gudakesh Moti was the standout bowler for Guyana, taking 6 for 73. In reply, Guyana reached 2 without loss at stumps, with Tajnarin Chandapal and Matthew Nandu set to resume on day 2. The match also marked a milestone for Grenadian Darren Ned, who made his first-class debut for the Windwards. Play resumes at 10 a.m. Grenada secured a 20-run victory over St. Lucia in the Winlot Windward Islands Under-19 tournament at Benjamin's Park, Dominica. After winning the toss and batting first, Grenada posted 123 all out in the 35-over contest. In response, St. Lucia were bowled out for 103, undone by a dominant Grenadian bowling performance. Shamel Hilaire starred with an outstanding 6 for 26, leading the effort to restrict last year's runners-up and seal the win. That's the sports we've got at this time. We'll have more sports in a luncheon and primetime newscast. Stay with us. The weather forecast is straight ahead.
Something big is coming. On April 10th, freedom takes center stage. Are you ready to live free? It all begins April 10th.
And folks, for the latest weather forecast, we join forecaster Cassia Johnson at the forecast desk at the MBIA. Good morning, Cassia.
Good morning to you and good morning to the listeners. Here is the weather for today, Monday, 13th April 2026. Currently at the airport, conditions are partly cloudy with adjacent showers. Winds are from the southeast at 15 miles per hour. Pressure 1014.0 millibars, which is above normal and rising. Present temperature 27.2 degrees Celsius, relative humidity 74%. Yesterday's maximum temperature was 30.0 degrees Celsius. Minimum temperature last night 26.6 degrees Celsius. Over the past 24 hours, there was no rainfall at the airport, hence the total for the month remains at 10.4 millimeters. Looking at the public forecast valid for today and tonight, the weather is expected to be mostly fair and windy, with a few brief isolated morning and nighttime showers. Today's maximum temperature 30.5 degrees Celsius. Winds easterly to east-southeasterly at 14 to 24 miles per hour. Seas moderate, waves 5 to 7 feet in open waters. Tides are currently low and will be high at midday, low again at 6:30 p.m. Sunset today is 6:19, sunrise tomorrow 5:55. Again, the weather is expected to be mostly fair and windy, with a few brief isolated morning and nighttime showers. A small craft advisory is in effect. From the Met Office, I am Cassia Johnson.
Thank you very much, Cassia. Have yourself a wonderful day now, you and your entire team at the Met Office. Folks, the weather forecast came to you with the kind compliments of Rennick and Thompson Company Limited.
Hi everyone, I'm Marissa Benin. Coming up, Jamaica, here we come. These women of vision are on a mission. Ride the waves and savor the flavor, otherwise known as spending quality time in Antigua and Barbuda. Fun times, plus the food that sets St. Kitts and Nevis apart, all available under one roof. Cue the entertainment and the food. It's Chinese Spring Festival time. It's all next on this station.
It's 1 minute after 7 o'clock to end the news. A recap of the headlines. Grenada receives aerial ladder truck to boost the fire response, and FIU warns of text scams targeting bank customers. In the region, TNT skips CARICOM talks amid Secretary General reappointment dispute. Internationally, U.S. announces Iran port blockade as tensions rise. And in sports, Windwards take control as Grenadian Ned makes debut. On behalf of the entire news department and all those who made this newscast possible, I'm Gordon Joseph, thanking you for viewing and listening, wishing you a safe and productive day, and extending that invitation to you to stick and stay with the network, because we are with you anywhere and everywhere. To Graphics and his team from Hot 98 FM, thanks for sharing your time with us. Have a good day now, everybody.
You've arrived in paradise. You felt the rhythm. Now let's make sure you say it right.
Hey, my name is Florian. I'm from the beautiful Aida Perla cruise ship. So today, like we Germans say, we are in Grenada. But I heard in English it's called Grenada. Say it right. Grenada.
Say it right.
Grenada.
That's right.
Looking to shop online from your favorite stores like Amazon and Shein? With GPC Global, it's never been easier. Get your very own US address and shop from around the world. With GPC Global, you can order the latest trends and must-have items, all delivered straight to Grenada to your closest post office for your pickup. We offer the cheapest rates, and our service is reliable and quick. No more waiting for weeks for your packages. Your satisfaction is guaranteed. Join the Grenada Postal family today and start shopping smarter. Visit us online at www.grenadapostal.com or call us on 437-POST. That's 437-7678. GPC Global, your gateway to the world.
For when you need someone to help you to your feet, I'll be that beacon to your highest peak. Oh, I'll be right next to you, no, I will never leave. Come on, take my hands, we got everything we need. Cause you can look to me whenever you're in need. Just call on me and I'll be on my way. I'll be by your side, never to divide. The light that shines our way. Wherever you run it, we'll be right there with you. Wherever you run it, we'll make your dreams come true. Next time, next time, next time, right next to you.
Nexa Credit Union, with you wherever your road leads.
The amendments to the existing Drug Abuse Prevention and Control Act shall allow for the decriminalization of cannabis in Grenada. It permits the possession of up to 56 grams of cannabis and 15 grams of resin for individuals aged 21 and older.
The amendment allows for the growth of up to 4 cannabis plants per household for medicinal, therapeutic, or horticultural purposes. The amendment provides legal framework for the Rastafari use and cultivation of cannabis as a sacrament in registered places of worship and at exempt events.
Amendments to the Drug Abuse Act also mandates the expungement of past criminal records and the immediate discontinuance of pending court cases for minor cannabis offences.
The amendment replaces criminal charges for those aged 18 to 20 with mandatory rehabilitation and counseling, ensuring no criminal record is created for young adults. Amendments to the Drug Abuse Act centers on the decriminalization of cannabis and not full legalization.
For more information, kindly contact the Cannabis Secretariat at cannabiscommission@gov.gd. The Cannabis Secretariat, guiding responsible cannabis use and awareness.
The Ministry of Agriculture's investment of approximately $1 million
Nexa Credit Union, with you wherever your road leads.
All right, folks, it's now 7 minutes after 7 o'clock, and at this time, it's when I say a special good morning to Sergeant Troy Paul from the Traffic Department of the RGPF. Happy Monday to you, sir.
And happy Monday to you as well. It is always a pleasure to be here this morning, and I want to let persons know outside it's a beautiful day today, a beautiful morning, and we let persons know what is happening traffic-wise throughout the tri-island states of Grenada, Carriacou, and PT Martinique. So as we dive right into it, I just want to let persons know as of this morning, this particular time, we do have a moderate flowing traffic in most of the areas, especially all of our towns and all its adjoining roads. So persons definitely can move freely as they traverse through the tri-island state of Grenada, with just a few few areas where we normally would have a little challenge this morning, vehicles coming up from the Springs, the Calavini direction, heading on to the Tory Road, which leads on to the Woodlands Grandlands Valley area. So we already start seeing some movement in that area, and we know as we get closer to the 8 o'clock hour what happens. In addition to that, we do have that similar light traffic coming out from the St. Paul's direction, and we expect it to get heavier as we get closer to the 8 o'clock hour. So these are the two areas where we definitely see a heavier flow of traffic this morning. But as of for now, they are moderately flowing with a slight heavier flow in those two areas. So persons, if you're coming from either of these areas, please take note this morning so that you would definitely get to avoid that heavy flow of traffic, even if you have to get to work on time or whatever destination that you're heading at, or even to avoid coming through that flow of traffic this morning. So please be mindful of that as well. So definitely we just head over right on to the accident state 40 past 24 hours, and that is for Sunday. We want to let persons know that the traffic department reported a total of 10 minor accidents for the past 24 hours, and they are as follows. The Grenville Police Station reported 1. The South Police Station reported 1 as well. That includes Grand Roy, Birch Grove, and we move on, which just a minor. We do have 6, just a correction, it was a typo there, 6 minor. So we had Grenville, South, Grand Roy, Birch Grove, and traffic headquarters having 2. So definitely gives us that 10 minor accidents 40 past 24 hours. That's where it brings us to the point where I want to implore on drivers to continue to drive safely along the nation's road. It is your responsibility. It is even as pedestrians, because we do have pedestrian accidents occurring along our nation's road as well. So we have a responsibility to make sure safety is paramount upon once we start going behind the wheels. So it's an important morning as well, not to just jump over. We do have the reopening of schools, especially for most of the primary schools in the tri-island state of Grenada. So we do expect to have a heavier movement of traffic along our nation's road as we traverse, and that is one of the reasons for that traffic this morning we're definitely going to have. So most of the primary schools, schools in general, will definitely be opening, with the exception of a few private schools today. So drivers, again, we want to appeal to you to look out for our kids along the nation's road as they traverse through their schools and head on to wherever they're going to. Let us have an eye out for them. Even the bus drivers, especially, again, you are the ones who take them to and from their schools. You have a responsibility and obligation to make sure that that happens and that their lives, and remember that their lives in your hand. And we do not have any cruise ship in our port. We will not have any cruise ship in our port this morning. So that is a plus for traffic as well. And in addition to that, any major funerals, especially in the town of St. George, that we focus. But for persons, if you have not left home as yet, we advise you that you do leave home so that you can avoid the traffic rush. You can avoid having to be delayed as a result of traffic and any unwanted incidents that may happen along the road. And remember, if you do end up in traffic, you do have alternative routes you can consider in getting to work safe and on time. And that is all that we have for person this morning. Just right over to you. Anything from you this morning before we wrap things up?
Nothing. From a GBN's perspective, we just want to urge our drivers to be very, very cautious today. The school children are back out, and always be looking out for those who are not looking out for themselves. And let's keep Grenada's roads safe.
Thank you very much, and I believe and I express that sentiment, and we want persons to have a blessed and wonderful day today as they head out to their respective jobs, schools, and wherever they're heading out to.
To you and your team, have a wonderful day as always. If you're texting or doing anything else while you're driving, the question is,
who is driving that vehicle?
Who's driving? Don't text and drive.
Absolutely not.
Have a great day, Sarge.
You as well.
Folks, that has been the traffic report. When we get back after this commercial break, I've got my colleague, Mr. Lokhaibi from Ariza Credit Union. As we talk Ariza's Moments, predominantly we'll be speaking about the AGM that's forthcoming. Stick and stay with us. Don't you go anywhere.
In Grenada, sports aren't just a game. They're a way of life. They teach discipline, teamwork, and resilience. They inspire the next generation to push boundaries and chase excellence. That's why the Investment Migration Agency of Grenada is proud to support sports initiatives as part of our commitment to youth and national development. When we invest in sports programs, we invest in the future. We invest in the health and well-being of our youth, and we invest in broadening Grenada's reach, proudly connecting our athletes, our talent, and our nation to a global community. Together, we all go further. The Investment Migration Agency. Unlock the possibilities.
When the day's done, there's only one place to be. Jump it up. April 25th and 26th, the Kirani James Athletic Stadium comes alive. It's the Classic Lighting Communal Credit Union Invitational Games, the final showdown. Come witness all clubs battle for glory one last time. Gather your posse, take your stand, and jump up for Bankers Association, Hubbards, DG-Cell, Huggins, Brenlek, Nawasa, Prisons, Police, Busmen, and Flow. This is rivalry. This is passion. This is Grenada on fire. April 25th and 26th. Kirani James Athletic Stadium. Don't miss it.
Grenada, we are back. Our senior women's national team returns to the pitch for a massive CONCACAF W qualifier, and they need your power behind them. Tuesday, April 14th, Kirani James Athletics Stadium, Grenada versus Cayman Islands. Kickoff 5 p.m. This is national pride. This is passion. This is the road to glory. Tickets, adults just at $25, children $10, and kids under 12 get in free. Get your tickets now at gotofet.com or at these outlets: Chucky's Bar, Grenadian Optical, St. George's, and Spiceland Mall. GFA office. Bring your flags, bring your voice, and come support our Grenada women's national team as they battle for victory. Follow the journey on social media at Grenada Football Association. Grenada versus Cayman Islands, April 14th, 5 p.m. Be there and stand with Team Grenada.
Right Choice Promotion presents Lyrics and Laughter, the ultimate pre-Mother's Day show. It's coming to the Grenada Trade Center on Sunday, May the 3rd from 5 p.m. Get ready for an evening of non-stop comedy, sweet Caribbean vibes, and pure entertainment. From Trinidad and Tobago, the funniest man in the region, Errol Fabian.
He said, not even my shoes. I said, no.
Humorous Calypsonians Trinidad Rio.
Going back to basics.
And the Calypso princess herself, Kareen Ashe from the Spice Isles. 2 decades of legend. Randy Isaac, Little Reds, plus local comedy king Robert White, Dillian Walters, Fat Man George, and Kareem Alexis. Delivering lyrical mastery. 11-time Calypso Monarch scholar. All backed by the Heatwave Band. With special musical treats from Lyndon Langdon on sax and Jelani Moses on violin. It's lyrics, it's laughter, it's music, it's vibes. Tickets just $75. Available now at gotofed.com and other outlets island-wide. Treat mom, treat your partner, treat yourself. Lyrics and laughter. Sunday, May the 3rd, 5 p.m. Grenada Trade Center. Don't miss it.
Good morning. Yeah. Good morning once again. Welcome to the conversation this morning. Arise Moments on Mondays. This morning I'm joined by my colleague, classmate from McDonald College, but now he's a big man, bigger than I am. And he is representing Ariza this morning, Mr. Lokai B.
Well, good morning to your listeners and viewers. I cannot be bigger than you.
Okay, all right.
I don't think it would happen in my lifetime.
How are you? How was your weekend?
It was quiet, you know. It was relatively quiet.
You went to church?
Oh, certainly. Yesterday, I did.
Preached?
No, I'm not a preacher.
Okay.
Although they say anybody could be a preacher.
Well, you're preaching.
You know, yeah, but I'm not a preacher.
Oh, why not this? Let's say to hello to another colleague or other classmate of ours.
Alan James?
No, Alan James is one. No, he's also a police, but he's one of our classmates, Rodney
James?
Rodney James.
Oh, the great pumpkin.
Yeah. Pumpkin tell me I must come to church up in Hermitage and see him preach one of the Sundays.
The great pumpkin, man. You must visit, man.
I will do that.
You know.
Nonetheless, we're not here to go back so far. We're here to come in the now. We're talking.
And in the future.
Yes. All right. You are the compliance manager at Ariza?
Yeah, currently, but I must establish that I'm on a probationary period. Right, I must establish that. Right, so yes, I am, but
people like you.
I am on a probationary period.
Okay,
yes,
but you're doing fine. So this morning,
I would like to believe so.
All right. This morning we're talking compliance, and one of the things that we are going to zero in on is making your accounts current, updating your accounts. How important is that?
Well, thank you again, my brother, and let me see. Well, I cannot overemphasize really the importance of updating your account, right? Because updating your account it helps you and it helps us as well. It helps us to be able to protect your investment, and I call it your investment because that's where your money is, right? So it helps us to be in a position to protect your investment. We also want to keep in constant touch with you, right? And if we do not have updated information for you, then it may pose a challenge. And Ariza is all about family. Ariza is all about members first, right? Members focused. And so we want to be able to communicate with members. And if we do not have your information, then it would be a disadvantage to both of us. In addition to that, we also have an obligation, regulatory responsibility to have current information on members every 3 years, every 2 years, every 2 years, every 3 years, 1 year, and so on. You know, you have to update. It depends on your classification. You have to update members' information, and so it is extremely important for you to ensure that we have current information on you. What do I mean by current information? You change your job, right? Because when you came in to become a member, you came in, but you were employed at a particular place, right? But you have changed. That has changed. So we need that information, that current information, a job letter, a current pay slip. Also, we would need that, right? That is important. That would help us. You have relocated in terms of your address.
Right.
You know, we would like to know that. Your phone numbers might have changed. Mm-hmm. We would like to know that. What about your status or your situation in terms of your marriage, your circumstance, and so on change?
Divorce.
Divorce. You're married.
Yes.
You know, we would like to know these things so that we have this current information on you, about you, so that we'll be able to walk with you, walk along with you, right? And the whole operation would actually be somewhat seamless.
And in addition to that, you coming from a policing background, especially from the FIU, this morning I read a news item that FIU is warning of tech scams targeting bank customers and so forth. That in itself, updating your account also makes it safer for you, because one of the things I realized, I was doing something on the phone with one of the financial institutions, well, of course, a riser. All right.
I was waiting for that.
And they were asking pertinent questions to try to identify me. What's your birth date again?
Yes.
What's your telephone number?
Yes.
And what's your address?
Yes.
So that if someone happens to pounce on, let's say, for example, we have this card here that I've been trying to get the owner to collect for the longest while. The name Gino Charles. Now, if someone was to get this and decide to do a transaction on it, current information on the owner of the account on this card, the scammer might not know his birth date. So when they ask you these things and you answer, you realize, no, that's not the person.
Well, you're correct about that. The current information would, as I mentioned before, help us to know what's going on with you, right? We know about all the scams that are taking place. They are quite prevalent, right? They are widespread. And we may see certain activities or attempted activities, or we may get emails and so on from individuals purporting to be you, right? But we know this is not your style. This is not how you communicate with us and so on, right? The telephone numbers and so, you know, or the email address and these things. So it's important that we have current information so we can help protect your investment with us.
Okay. So in order for someone to update their account information, how do they go about doing that?
Okay. It's quite simple. You can visit any of our 4 branches, Grenville, Carriacou, Grandlands, and our main branch at St. George's, Bruce Street, specifically, and you work with the current information or the current documents that I mentioned. And the member experience team would be more than willing to assist you in that regard. In addition to that, you can go onto our website, www.arisacu.com, right? You go to resources, you go to forms, then you go to member update form. You can populate that form. If you're in Grenada, you sign and so on, and you come in with that along with your information, or you can even email it. We have a special email address that was set up, right? members@arisacu.com. We have a special email set up so that we can be able to get this information. You can email. For members who are overseas, we encourage you to have your documents notarized or certified by someone who is so authorized, and then you can send it to us via that email. You can also mail the original to us, at a subsequent time, but you can have your documents certified and send it to us via that email, members@arisacu.com.
Okay, very important. In previous conversations that we had here last Wednesday and Monday, we were talking about, just deviating from the account update a little, the annual general meeting, the AGM, is coming up. And again, this is a golden opportunity where you see democracy in full process.
Oh, yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
One member, one vote. It doesn't matter how many millions you have in the account, or if it's just $5 you have in the account, you have same voting rights as the millionaire.
Oh, yes, and this is one of the things that is so unique about credit unions. I want to go a step further, my brother, and not only call them members, but I want to call them shareholders as well, right? And if you're a shareholder, you know how important it is for you to mind your business.
You're a heavyweight.
And mind the business of your business, right? So the AGM is coming up on the 28th of this month, 28th of April. It starts at 2 p.m., but there is a pre-meeting cocktail, right? That starts at 1. And we're encouraging shareholders, we're encouraging members to be there at the Trade Center at before 2 p.m. so that we can have an early start and we can get the business of the credit union running smoothly. So what we have noticed over the years, we have over 27,000 members.
Wow.
And you can join online as well, right? Apart from the physical, yes, you can join via Zoom. We have flyers on our website, www.arisacu.com. There's a flyer there that speaks about the AGM, and also on our social media platforms. We have that flyer there. You can scan the QR code and register. So you can pre-register, right? So this is important. And when the time comes, it's important that you are a part of the affairs, the discussions that take place surrounding your credit union.
Right.
Because decisions are made, and you want to be part of the decision-making process, right? Things are said, you want to be part, you want to be able to contribute towards the development, the growth, and so on of your credit union. So it's important that you are a part of this very, very, very important discussion, this very important meeting that will be taking place on the 28th of this month, April, we are in, beginning at 2 p.m.
Yeah. Also, don't forget that the official business starts at 2, but the meet and greet session, getting to know your fellow shareholders, business owners, it starts at 1 and so forth. And it is important to register. Registration is of paramount importance for more reasons than one, to ensure that it's only owners of the business that are present.
Well, certainly. No intruders.
Yeah, no intruders.
We want to protect you as well.
And also, before any meaningful decisions can be made, there must be what you call the quorum. Okay.
Oh, yes.
And that means that based on the bylaws of the institution, there are a certain number of people that have to be present to make that quorum.
Yes. That is important. The quorum is important. I think it's 1/5 or 300, which one is lesser, and so on. So it's a very, very important. We encourage members to join early. Come down if you come in. Because when you're pre-registering, you have to indicate how you will be attending, whether in person or via the Zoom platform. But we encourage you to come on early or come down early so that we can start on time and we can have the business of the credit union flowing as seamlessly as possible.
Okay, so as we wrap now, again, I want us to reiterate the importance of updating the importance of updating the accounts. All right, there will be a special promotion encouraging members to update. Oh yeah, tell us about this.
Yeah, well, yeah, I mean,
you can't go without telling us that.
I can't move without saying that.
No, you have
because
to.
this would be an interesting part of the AGM, right?
I hope I get that phone.
Well, I hope whoever gets it, would be deserving of it.
Yeah,
whoever gets it will be deserving, because it means that person would update. That person updated their account, so they would be deserving of that phone. It's a Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra that we're offering that
part of the press, man.
That member who has complied before the 27th of this month. Any member who has updated his or her account before the 27th of this month will be eligible for that draw. It will be a draw that will be conducted at the AGM. Right, and so we would like for as much members as possible to update their account information and place themselves in a position
to win.
That wonderful.
And it's not so much what is important here is not so much the gift.
No.
The what's driving the gift,
and it's actually a token of our appreciation. Really, we appreciate the fact that you heeded the call and you came forward, you stepped up and updated your account information. Place yourself in a position to receive that that reward that is being offered.
And I also hope that through platforms like these that we interact with our audiences, that next year, we don't need to tell people the importance of updating it. It becomes second nature. Okay, something has happened, I need to go in and get that sorted out.
Yes, that is a culture we would like to create, my brother. This is a culture. You as shareholders, right? You should not be actually waiting on us to come to you to tell you need to update. You show interest in your business, and what the credit union is about you. The credit union is your business, and if you have a personal business running, for example, you have to show interest in that business. You have to manage it properly, right? And so we're asking that that this culture is developed so that we do not have to always be putting these out there. But we see a culture, as you mentioned, where people would come in, I changed job. Here is my thing, or my ID expired, and I receive a new ID. Here is my new ID, and so on. This is the kind of culture. It shows that you have interest in your credit union.
It's about that time when people stop taking in the early teething phase of the credit union movement in Grenada, it was just to some people it was just like a kind of so-so thing. But when you look at where credit unionism has gotten to now, you understand? It's serious business.
Astronomical growth, I call it.
Those are big words.
Astronomical growth, and with all these members, we
need to take it as serious business.
We need to,
because it is serious business.
It is serious business.
So don't sit down and say, "Oh, I'm just a member of Ariza Credit." You're not just a member. You're a shareholder.
You're a shareholder.
You're part and parcel of the decision-making process. Get your act up together.
You see yourself. You have to see yourself as an owner. Of the credit union.
Definitely.
You're owner. And it's important that you act that way. Yes. Just a gentle reminder again about the upcoming annual general meeting, the 28th of this month, beginning at 2 p.m. But there's a pre-meeting cocktail, which will start at 1 p.m. And we encouraging members to come down to the Trade Center or pre-register and join via our Zoom.
Any transportation arrangement with transport provided?
I do not have that information, but I believe that there will be some arrangement, which happens every year.
I think happens every year. From a previous program, it was said that members need to register and make that
indicate.
Yeah.
When you register, also you indicate whether you require transportation for that. And this is not anything new, really.
Right.
It's not anything new.
Well, Mr. Lockhibee, to you and the team at Ariza, all the best as always. It's our business, so we have to mind it.
It is. And thank you so much for having us. It's always a pleasure to be here. Thank you.
Folks, that's it for Ariza Moments this morning. I've been speaking with Mr. Lockhibee, representing Ariza. We take a quick commercial break. We'll be back.
It's been a while, and now we're back in a big way. How big? We're talking $40,000 in cash money bingo big. And it's all going down Saturday, April 18th inside Mall Mount Plainfield. Get your tickets now, only $35 for one or $60 for two. Make it a date. Mall Mount Plainfield, Saturday, April 18th. St. David's, we're back. Blast done, no.
Get set. Boy, it's coming. Classic Lighting and Communal Credit Union Invitational. Grenada James Athletic Stadium, April 25th and the 26th. Come and see strength and pressure, yes. Police taking on busmen in the tug of war of the century. Huggins sizes up Hubbards. Now what's up pulling down Grenleg? Pull the pin and bow. Flo going head to head with Digicel in a biting final. It's a family affair, yes. Giveaways, vibes, and real competition. Don't miss it. April 25th and 26th. Grenada James Athletic Stadium. Be there. Blast done, no.
Are you looking for a reliable, affordable, and customer-friendly pharmacy? Look no further than Hills and Valley Pharmacy, the nation's leading healthcare products and services provider. We are committed to serving you at convenient locations. Find an extensive and affordable selection of prescription and over-the-counter drugs and medical supplies at Church Street, Hillsborough, Carriacou, Jubilee Street, Grenville, St. Andrew, near the bus terminal, and Halifax and Grenville Street, St. George. Our committed team is always available to offer valuable assistance for managing your health and wellness. Discover the additional benefits of our wholesale distribution on Halifax Street and our Medcare Center on Grenville Street, where we provide in-house physiotherapy, massage therapy, doctor consultations, and eye care services. Our commitment is to satisfy all your healthcare needs, including competitive prices, loyalty rewards, and special discounts for seniors. Contact us at 435-6904 and WhatsApp 535-4734. Choose Hills and Valley Pharmacy. Remember, your health is our business.
The Grenville Cooperative Credit Union introduces its new digital platform, managing your finances at any time from anywhere.
As a part-time student, balancing work and studies can be a real challenge. But with GCCU's digital app, these worries are no more. My parents can now remotely transfer funds to my account and I can check my balance at any time, giving me the freedom to achieve my goals.
My days can be long and tedious. With this app, I can ensure my loan is paid on time, transfer funds to someone else's account, and check my balances. I don't have to rush to do business during my lunch hour or after work anymore.
With this app, I can request checks to pay my suppliers, letters for my business transactions. I don't have to leave my farm to go stand in line.
The Grenville Credit Union digital platform. It's convenient and secure banking right at your fingertips. Download the app today from the Play Store or App Store or call 442-8602, 459-4325 or 416-8467 for further information.
Hello, I'm leaving the house right now. I'll be there in 20 minutes. Life gets hectic. That's why I registered for myaccount.grenleg.com and chose paperless billing. It was simple. I went to the site and clicked sign up. I then tapped find my new account number, typed in my old number without the zeros at the front and got my new account number instantly. The new account number is also in the app under the Balances tab or at the top of any recent Grenleg bill. I entered my new account number and the total amount due on my most recent bill, then filled out the profile information and subscription sections. They sent me an email to create a password and sign in. And finally, I signed up for paperless billing, and now everything I need is in one place. myaccounts.grenleg.com and paperless billing have really brought me peace of mind.
Grenada, the fire's about to be lit. Get ready for the ultimate grilling showdown. Maggie, King of the Grill 2026 is coming your way. Saturday, May the 30th at the Monrouge Plain Field. The search is on for the island's top grill masters. Do you have what it takes? Bring your flavor and compete in the chicken category, the seafood category, and the bold, most creative grill category, where daring ideas take the crown. And this year, the heat isn't just for adults. Introducing the Junior Grillers category. Schools and youth groups. If you are under 18, this is your time to shine. So fire up those coals, sharpen those grilling skills, and get ready to battle for grilling glory. Registration is now open. Call or WhatsApp 405-8458 to secure your spot. Maggie, King of the Grill 2026. Saturday, May the 30th, Monrouge Plain Field. Come for food, stay for the vibes, and witness who will be crowned King of the Grill. Brought to you by Maggie, enhancing the natural flavor of your food.
Welcome back, viewers and listeners. The conversation continues. It's 18 minutes on to 8 o'clock. Doc and Candy out there in Winnipeg, good morning to you all. Hope you all are doing fine. Josiah and the entire home circle, and all those of you out there in the diaspora. Well, we've got no more guests in studio, so you are now my guests. I am opening the lines. What's happening in your neck of the woods? What happened over the weekend that you think is worthy of mention here this morning? Let's do this. You have the opportunity to call in and chime in on anything. Of course, it has to be brief. It has to be, non-legal. You understand what I'm saying? Can't get into any reparations. Good morning.
Morning, morning to the listeners and the viewers.
Welcome.
I take certain things seriously. I'm very concerned over the state of CARICOM and the role that this woman in Trinidad is playing in helping to dismantle it. I think, notwithstanding the weakness of CARICOM at the moment, they need to take a decision to make sure to decide whether Trinidad should continue to operate as a destabilizer or they are suspended at least temporarily. We cannot continue that. And we remember the role both Trinidad and Jamaica played in breaking up the federation. Our people need to understand what is at stake. Unity is the only thing that will get us anyway. All this idea that we could become a post-war country as Trinidad had attempted years ago, which is foolishness to begin with. What is needed is for us to accept that the future of our people is bound up with the unity, and if we don't have that, we'll just have be struggling and trying to find to grab the crumbs from the table that is set before us. I know you say we can't take long, so I will just stop here. But I hope that would ignite some conversation on people. We need to take this thing seriously. Guyana and Trinidad, but Trinidad in particular, is messing up our future.
Let me ask you this, before you run off, from your personal opinion, why do you think Trinidad is behaving in that manner at this moment?
Because Trinidad is playing right now under the current government, it doesn't mean the whole of Trinidad. I know that there are people in Trinidad who feel embarrassed what is happening, and they say all kind of things about the woman. I'm not about to say those things, but the thing about that, certain countries, it's like how the Gulf country was used to sort of surround Iran, and you see how they're suffering now. They're suffering even more than Israel and U.S. And so Trinidad is playing. It's like how Dominica played a role in the invasion of Grenada. They always get somebody who, like a lap dog, a barking dog or something like that. Remember, Trinidad have gone into what they call the Shield of the Americas, you know. That involves some of the most reactive and reactionary governments in the region. So it's like they're playing, don't forget, Innocent also, a day after Kamala was inaugurated, who she met? The first person? Marco Rubio. People need to remember those things.
Okay.
We cannot. The other thing I want to talk about that linked with Trinidad and so on, but now is not the time. But we cannot allow this woman Trinidad to this woman to destroy what we have fought for over the years.
Okay. Thank you, caller.
Thanks.
Have a great morning, folks. It's 14 minutes on to 8 o'clock. That is the time. We've got a few minutes that we can have a brief conversation. Let's go back to the telephone line. Good morning.
Good morning, Innocent.
Hi,
morning.
How are you?
I ain't so good this morning. I'm begging Nawasa to send some water for the people in the Bokas. Please tell Nawasa we want some water. School now open. People have to go to work. You can't get no water to do nothing. Tell Nawasa to get the priority straight.
Since when you've been out of water?
Well, since Friday.
Wow. Okay.
But I only going when you go in, coming back home at Jay. Tell Nawasa we need some water. We urgently need some water. Tell Nawasa say next year, please God, get the acts together because it's too long now. It's time for Nawasa to pull up the socks.
Okay.
Because they're stopping productivity. When you're in the water, you can't go to school. When you're in the water, you can't go to work.
Right.
So Nawasa needs to get the acts together. I'm tired and I'm fed up now. And I'm begging them for some water this morning. Too much dirty ways and dirty clothes in house.
Okay.
That's tying up here. When you can't bathe and you can't do nothing to Nawasa, please give the Boca some water.
Pray for some rain too in the process, right?
In and between the rain coming and Nawasa still in letting go the water.
Okay.
So tell Nawasa, say, time to step up. We tired and we fed up.
Okay. All right. Okay. Now, once the people in the Bokas, they need some water, please. See how you could accommodate them. I know you're on your valve regulations and so forth, but let's try to be as equitable as possible so that everybody could get a little bit. All right. 435-2041. Tell us what your concerns are. Anything that you think you want to share with us. Like I said, keep it within the parameters of morality and so forth. Good morning.
Yes, sir. Good morning. How is everything?
Everything is fine. How about you?
I'm kicking in the best part of the world, Grenada.
Okay. What's on your mind?
I told you on the radio for the past, last year, I think year before, that let everybody every home have a standby system. Advise them. I tell you even now, sir, to supply a standby system every home. And they be going to give water, and they will pay for it. No problem. Give them a small price at the beginning, and they will pay for it on a installment. But nobody take money out. Because I'm ready for the past time talking about they in the shower being and water gone. There was standby. Even by a standby, I think now I have a tanks and hook up people. I give them advice what to do with and what to do, but nobody take it of me.
Okay.
I give them advice for the past. I go university. I go primary school. I go to the old school days gone by. I live my life on the street and I stand here and create it with me. Save my life and think what the damage I go through in my life for the past. So I give advice, free advice. I even tell the government now, the way they do it tunnel public works department, the way they put it tunnel is the wrong way. They take money yet. I give them free advice how to do the tunnel. The tunnel have to be lifted up. The tunnel have to be graded, not lifted up. They were lift up a flooring or a building. He get in shallower.
Okay.
So I told him that he has to come possibly with passing tunnel. And they listen the tower from the bottom come every time to the flooring, to the roof. But then take me up to now. Okay. I then put my tunnel back how it used to be. That's another thing to talk about. I tell them put my tunnel back how it used to be in the past. He had 5 years in the tunnel. turn that 5 drainage. The back of all with tar.
Okay.
Now, in Tantini, by the roundabout, by the bus stop in Tantini, I told NP that. I told them, they didn't take me in. They have a heap of gravels right on the bus terminals there. A heap of gravels on the function with the bill, the tunnel with, the bus stop with. And most of the gravels in the road, on the sidewalk, and all that go back on the drain right now. The drain right now is stinking right now. The drain right now want cleaning. It's smelling when the person is smelling. It's stagnant. And there's been nothing. Clean up the gravels on the sidewalk. Get all the gravels on the bus shelter, by the bus stop there. And that system goes up. But a lot of gravels there, everybody walk as rainfall, you go down and you walk on the whole sidewalk on these gravels. I tell you, they take it on me.
All right.
I'm going to university.
Okay. All right. Thank you, caller. Thank you very much. And 9 minutes on to 8 o'clock. I hope all is well. Let's go back to the telephone line and say good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Joseph.
Greetings.
Greetings, sir. Just briefly, you know. Oh, let me make this comment before I shoot. I think your caller, penultimate caller, they made a reference to Trinidad and the leadership of Trinidad. And you ask him the question, why do you think Trinidad, the leader of Trinidad, make the moves and so on? She goes, Mr. Joseph, Grenadian, isn't it this? Alcoholic, whichever you used to choose to call it, beverages are mind-altering substances. And a borracha, the archaic form, they call it borrakia. A drunkard, a boozer, a grog slinger, usually has a mind that swells easily. It is easily bought and sold. That is why she behaved. Let us not condemn Trinidad. I have a lot of relatives down there, and they talk to me. They're not in favor of what they behaved of the leadership of Trinidad and Tobago. But the thing is that they did vote for her, didn't they? Let's go to the meat of the matter now a little more quickly, Mr. Joseph. You know, when I sit and look at the leadership of the politics in this here country over the years, I'm more and more convinced every day that the people who get themselves in that position or in those positions hold the nation, the people of this country, in very scant. I'll make it stronger. In scornful disdain. They disrespect the people of this country. The majority they know the difference between an A and the beeps, beep, beep. But they abuse power because they have quote-unquote power to what they believe because of the dirty colonial system that we have established. They come and they drop all kind of thing on us. And whenever we talk about it, because of their scant disdain for us, they disregard us. Mr. Joseph, I want to beg you. You see, they also believe that our attention span is very narrow and that we don't remember. And after a couple of weeks and so on, we forget everything. I want to remind the CC boards of the CCI, the legislature of this here country, the Senate, the government, the Attorney General, and all those who perpetrated that scam, that self-serving, what you want to call it. Well, it's a major flaw. In July last year, when they passed two laws modifying the constitution of the country, abusingly separating a schedule from a law, Mr. Joseph, I'd like you to bring on the president of the CC boards of the CCR, Francis Alexis, and the others in command, Rogers from these highfalutin constitutional gurus to a debate. Bring them on. Well, let's not necessarily make up, but so that the people of this here country, the Cambodians like me, can ask them a couple of questions because we won't forget it. They have abused the people. Will you, Mr. Joseph?
I'll do my best to accommodate
Bring
that
them
again.
Here.
Okay.
They have to talk to the people because they're lying openly to the people. And then when you open them, when you talk, no, they're hiding. I challenge them. And when they come in, they walk with the definition of a schedule. S8. Yes, some people say schedule. I rather the English way. A schedule of a statute according to the glossary of the United Kingdom's Parliament, because that's where they lace everything. Bring it. Well, I know they had a cell phone. Now can I ring? Bring it in. Let's talk about it. They can't hide. The country was duped. I'll stop right here. Have a nice day. William, Mr. Joseph.
Thank you. You have a great day too, caller. Have a great day. 435-2041. We've got 5 minutes. It's 5 minutes away from 8 o'clock. Give us a call. What's happening in your neck of the woods? Good morning to Miss Lydia Courtney Francis and the entire home circle. That's your home. And then by extension, your home at Grenlec. Good morning to Grenlec. Yeah, good morning. 4 minutes until 8 o'clock. The number 435-2041. Give us a call. What's happening? What would you like to bring to the fore this morning? Again, I want to urge us to use our water wisely. Good morning.
Good morning, Innocent.
Hi, welcome.
I would like to join with the two callers that express their concerns about Trinidad utterances in relation to CARICOM. This is a very important grouping for the Caribbean. And Ms. Bicester, for whatever reason, I know of a drinking problem, but I don't want to...
But hold on. What make you feel she had a problem drinking?
Well, she may not have the problem drinking, but the effects of it.
She have a problem?
The effects of that drinking. So maybe I have to correct myself here. The effects of that drinking problem. But it is very unfortunate that one of the leading members of that body, Trinidad, is on that path, basically, and it is a very dangerous path. But one of the things that I want to caution, I know some of the people in Grenada would want to say, well, what is our Prime Minister saying about that? What is, the people like a lot of public comments. I would like to caution that the leaders of the Caribbean don't engage in those public utterances. They treat the matter diplomatically. We have seen what happened with America. Sometimes people want the leaders to go out there and speak publicly. And most of the time, it is not in our best interest to do that. So whatever they have to do it behind the scenes. But please avoid the public, what you call, debate.
Okay. Do not wash your dirty linen in public.
No, there are sometimes you have to speak the truth in the public, but I think most of the time the comments would be better served if it is done behind.
Okay.
I'm a very straightforward person, so sometimes I address things when it is out in the public. But I think in this diplomatic pathway, it is shaking. We need to do something behind the scenes. Thank you and have a good morning.
You too. Have a good one, bro. Have a good one. Folks, it's 2 minutes away from 8 o'clock. Is there anybody else that has something that they'd like to bring to the fore this morning? This is your opportunity to do that. Let's go back to the telephone line. Good morning. All right, caller, you need to get that sorted out and call back, please. Unfortunately, we cannot accommodate that. You know the drill by now. You turn your volume right down and then you call, okay? Good morning.
Morning.
Hi, welcome.
Yes, sir. How are you?
I am alive and thankful. How about you?
Well, good. I'm just saying. Right. These things that, they sound good, but when you really check it, yes, we say it over and over and over, but it have its meaning, but really and truly, linen not supposed to be dirty. No?
Okay, all right. Okay.
Yeah, linen not supposed to be. No, you see, and you say, okay, it's like do the wrong things, but don't bring it out then, or don't expose it. And this is wrong. No, correct me if I'm wrong. You're wrong here. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So what do you think?
Well, It's just a saying, you know. It's a saying that we grew up with. Don't wash your dirty linen in public. Wash it behind the doors. But, you know, it's just a saying.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, I mean, okay. Like those children then, or those who not aware of children then, they might hear and think, okay, well it's wrong to do it behind closed doors and do expose it, and that will be okay. So I don't think, you know, linen not supposed to be dirty.
In essence, what the connotation with this is that you have this the case with CARICOM there now. Instead of leaders attacking and defending openly in public, they should meet in their normal meeting sessions and trash out their differences and do not let it come out to the general public. That's what it really means.
Okay. Yeah, but what I'm saying is that, okay, but generally speaking then, we have the notion that, you know, that do things and do things, you know, irresponsible then. Okay. And it's like long as it is not exposed, then it's okay. As long as it's not been brought to the public and it's done behind closed, you know, I mean, in behind closed doors, it's okay. No, it's not.
Okay.
You know. All right. And this is what we have to get straight. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, caller. Thank you very much. And with that, we end the program this morning. We've got to go to join the BBC. Thank you very much for being part of the program this morning. Have a good day now, everybody.